Today, WorldSBK mourns the loss of one of its own, Dean Berta-Viñales. It is his family's wish that racing in Jerez continue today, and it will do so in a sombre mood, but we'll honour his legacy in the best way we know how, by racing on in the sport that he loved. An earlier start time than we've had for any feature-length race this season, and Jonathan Rea could be the biggest beneficiary.
Yeah, a lot cooler today at 27 degrees track temperature, and that's going to play a key role in tyre selection. Just got the sheet from Pirelli, and interestingly, Jonathan Rea's out there on the zero tyre, the harder compound tyre. Yamaha's out there on the super soft compound tyre. Scott Redding's out there on the X tyre as well.
Razgatlioglu has got clear. Razgatlioglu has got the drive for the moment, but Rea is really kicking on here. And Jonathan Rea is your new race leader. Redding it is who's got the job done for fourth position. Looks like Andrea Locatelli's doing a really good job here in third position just to maintain that gap from Scott Redding, who's really pushing hard here. And we've got a fall from those lead positions, and it's Michael Ruben Rinaldi from fifth place. So Rinaldi can't quite believe it. Further back down the order, keep one eye open for Alvaro Bautista, capitalising on that fall for Michael Ruben Rinaldi. Oh, the two of them are going to clash. Toprak Razgatlioglu clatters into the tail of Jonathan Rea as they come into the Pedrosa hairpin. Is Toprak Razgatlioglu then saving enough tyre life to attack Jonathan Rea in the closing stages, or has he already given it everything to try and get past Rea early on? In towards turn number one. Again, he sends it in from way back, and this time he stands Jonathan Rea up. Well, this is the move from Baz to come through on Vandermark for sixth position around this final lap, and that is a fine, well-worked move from Scott Redding for P3. Rounding the final turn, Toprak Razgatlioglu for his first ever victory here at the Angel Nieto circuit. It's win number 9 in 2021 for Toprak Razgatlioglu. Second over the line is Jonathan Rea, then it's Scott Redding in third. Fine last lap from him to get through on Andrea Locatelli, who is fourth.
In the morning, the conditions were a little bit cooler. We were down around 30 degrees track temperature for this morning's race. Track temperature now is increasing, and it's up to the teams to adapt to that.
Toprak now 6 points clear of Jonathan Rea in the championship pecking order. He came into race one just a single point ahead, and it was a bar-banging affair this morning. Andrea Locatelli and Michael Ruben Rinaldi with superior jumps. Rinaldi straight through and up into third position. Razgatlioglu a little bit wide into the Cito Pons corner, and it's all too easy for Jonathan Rea to come through to the front. And the risk here for Toprak Razgatlioglu and Jonathan Rea is that they're going to have to go three abreast with Michael Ruben Rinaldi. Razgatlioglu sweeps back through on the inside line, moves Jonathan Rea out of the way. Michael Ruben Rinaldi comes through for second place. That's disastrous news for Jonathan Rea. Into turn 6, he misses the apex altogether, and Redding is through for P3. And this is looking like a real risk of not being a podium finish for Jonathan Rea here today. Redding released into second place. They are queuing up now, they are absolutely nose to tail. Finally, the number 55 Yamaha strikes, makes his move, he's through for fourth place. But here comes Bautista from well back. The 2019 title rivals going head-to-head. Bassani clashes with the back tyre there of Jonathan Rea.
Yeah, Rea's got a knife to a gunfight in this race.
Finally, Locatelli gets that move made. Locatelli then released up into the podium positions. And Alvaro Bautista through on Michael Ruben Rinaldi now for fourth position. It was always going to happen. Bautista within a tenth of a second of Rinaldi. Michael Ruben Rinaldi picked off by Jonathan Rea. Razgatlioglu a little bit offline. Redding punishes him for it. Scott Redding is your new race 2 leader here in Jerez. Just over 2 laps to go. Scott Redding has left the door open. Toprak Razgatlioglu will be through. Watching further back down the order, Bautista is finally clear of Andrea Locatelli. It's a rare race weekend in the WorldSBK paddock without a Super Pole race, and it's a rare double. Toprak Razgatlioglu takes 2 wins out of 2 in Jerez. Scott Redding keeping up the fight to the very last. Alvaro Bautista with the final step on the podium. 2 podiums in a row